Like, if we supposed to be the team that we think we gonna be, even last year, 8-3 at one point, could have led the AFC. Like, even it's still, you collapsed at the end of the season. We collapsed in the second half. Like, we collapsed at the end of the season. We got a head coach who won a Super Bowl. We got a DC and Ryan Nielsen, and that defense will stop, by the way. So it's like, we got good players, we got seasoned players, we got veteran players with playoff experience, deep playoff run experience. So why can't we just be a normal team? Why? What's up, everyone, and welcome into the All Things Life and Sports podcast with Kylan Thomas. That's me. I'm your host, Kylan Thomas. At a certain point, I'm gonna start calling this the All Things Life and Sports show, because the way this thing been moving, the way I've been doing this thing, might as well call this thing the show. But anyway, let's get into it. I said at the start of every show, I'm going to do a Gator chunk. Depending upon how we did that weekend, is you going to get a good one or you going to get this one, what I gave y'all last week. They came and showed up, showed out, came to play on Saturday versus Sanford. And I already know it's coming. Oh, it was Sanford. Y'all ain't play nobody. I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that, because this defense allowed the fewest points since last year against McNeese when we gave them 7. So I get it. Now, I get it. Trust me. It was Sanford. But that team looked better than it had been looking, even against those type of teams. We played Sanford tough the last time when we had Emory, where we gave up like 50-something points to them. We won that game 70-52. So to act like there was no changes, to act like just because we played Sanford that there was no improvement shown in this team is asinine. There was still improvement shown. And let's get into DJ Lagway. The way, the truth, the light. Let me stop. You don't supposed to play with the Lord like that. But he understand our sense of humor. And I say that because he talk about Jesus, and I love that about him. But DJ Lagway, he needs to start. I'm sorry. That DJ was I would say DJ outperformed at least my expectations for how I felt like he would come out and play. I mean, the man threw for 456 yards, 72% of his passes, and 3 touchdowns. 72%. Think about the number, 72%. He wasn't just dinking and dunking down the field. No. He had his longest pass was 85 yards. DJ was throwing the ball down the field. It was not all dink and dunk. He was throwing the ball down the field. And for him to still have 72% completion rate and throwing the ball down the field as a freshman in his first ever collegiate start, playing the whole game, that exceeded my expectations, even against a Sanford, for how I felt like he would come out and play. That's why, for those people saying, oh, it was Sanford, calm down, he was playing in his first ever start, y'all. He came in the game last game against Miami, like towards the end of the third. And granted, now, like he stated, that little play time helped him out this week. Granted, I give y'all that. You playing against Miami, then you go from getting those reps a whole quarter and the end of one to now playing against a Sanford. Yeah, I'll give y'all that. But the man was in his first career start, playing the whole game. The whole week you had to prepare, knowing you were the starter. You had to watch film, knowing you were the starter. And given everything we hear down in Gainesville, he prepares like that anyway. So this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing different with DJ. That's why he went out there and showed out like that. Then Badger, 3 receptions, 123 yards. He can't outrun nobody though. Not outrun. He can't. Once he get past you and catch it, he ain't gonna go too much further. But 3 receptions, 123 yards. We saw last week some catches he made from Mertz. That Badger is him. You know what I'm saying? He can make plays. We got Eugene involved on the long run. He can make plays. So it begs the question: should DJ start for the rest of the season? And I myself have to say I was wrong here, because I said Graham would make a Kyle Trask type leap this year and he would open some eyes and show. But no, I don't want to give that a chance. I don't even want to give an opportunity for him to do that. We need to go forward with DJ Lagway. I'm sorry. When you have a freshman, he was making long throws Graham couldn't make. Graham couldn't make over 5 yard 10. He had trouble making those against Miami. And for a freshman to just come in just slicing and dicing, besides age and experience, what does Graham have over DJ? That includes talent. That includes just the all-around package, athleticism. What does he have over DJ that says he needs to start over? Graham needs to start over DJ. And yes, I get it. Experience is great. Like experience is nothing to poo-poo that somebody has experience. But is it good experience? I mean, we got mollywop last year versus Georgia. I mean, we've been getting mollywop, so it ain't good experience. Well, my point is, what different could it be starting DJ than Graham? What difference would it make? Because like I said, I was wrong. I said Graham would make a Kyle Trask type leap. I'm sorry. I don't even want to give him the chance to. After what I saw versus Miami, I don't see how he gonna make no Kyle. He couldn't even complete no pad 5 yard. And then even in DJ, the fact that he didn't hesitate to make certain throws, that's what got me. That's what I'm saying. For people saying it was Sanford, it was, but the fact that he wasn't scared, he didn't hesitate to make the throws, the decision making, it don't matter who you play. You will still see that in the player. If they scared, hesitate, you will see that still. So going forward, DJ Lagway needs to start. When you got the crowd chanting DJ Lagway and one of the players and Eugene is saying, hell, I was chanting with him, it's over. It's over with for Graham. Once I saw that, oh, it's over. It's over. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to poo-poo nobody, but it's DJ time. DJ chant. Graham, you had to chant to show us versus Miami. And you and doing Bill, if you want to keep your job, I suggest you play the man that you brought in. Okay? Now, on to my Jaguars. Horrible, pathetic. I thought I was going to come, even had we lost. I mean, we lost, but had we lost in the fashion some people probably felt like we would have lost. They felt like, oh, it just will be a close game. We just probably won't beat Miami at the moment. No. This was a game we had the chance to win. We didn't score no points in the second half. Trevor Lawrence only completed 3 passes. Trevor Lawrence dropped back 21 times. You got quarterbacks throwing 40, 50. Why is Trevor only dropping back 21 times? It's like I saw someone post it. Why can't we be normal? Why can't we just have a normal team? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't, like ETN, like, why can't we just get a touchdown? Like, when I saw that, I'm like, when are we just gonna be normal? Like, when are we just gonna have a chance to be a normal team? It seems like no matter what year, no matter what coach, no matter what player, this ain't Blake now, this ain't, and it's still just every year is something with this team. Every game, we can't just win comfortably. Like, if we supposed to be the team that we think we gonna be, even last year, 8-3 at one point, could have led the AFC. Like, even it's still, you collapsed at the end of the season. We collapsed in the second half. Like, we collapsed at the end of the season. We got a head coach who won a Super Bowl. We got a DC and Ryan Nielsen, and that defense will stop, by the way. So it's like, we got good players. We got seasoned players. We got veteran players with playoff experience, deep playoff run experience. So why can't we just be a normal team? Why does every single time, every year, it's just something with the Jaguars just go wrong? Like, damn, like, I don't believe in cursing, but damn, it make you think, like, damn, what happened back in the day to, man, they be like, oh, that's gonna curse the Jaguar. And it's like the offense, like our core guys of Christian Kirk, ETN, Evan Ingram just like sputter, like just nowhere to be found. Like, our BTJ showed up, 4 receptions, 47 yards, 1 touchdown on a beautiful catch. Gabe Davis, 3 receptions, 62 yards, to the average of over 20 yards a catch. But then your addition showed up, but offensively, your core, Christian Kirk, drops. 1 catch, 30 yards. ETN, 12 carries, 44 yards, 1 touchdown, but the pivotal fumble that just changed the game, because the very next play, 80 yards touchdown to Tyreek Hill. So the pivotal fumble, that's what I say, it's like we can't have nothing great. We can't have nothing. The Jaguars just always something. The man about to cross the 1 yard goal line. I digress. But in this coaching, like, on 4th and 1, on our end, you choose to do that play. I'll never understand why on 4th and 1, we always do like a toss or somewhere where we go back a little bit instead of just diving, going strong up the middle. Then ETN running all around the world. What if he would have got tackled back further, bro? They would have been closer to their end zone. Then they missed a field goal, so we got gifted there. Was the miss after the going for it, or the miss after the fumble? I think the miss was after the, no, going for it, because they got the touchdown right after the fumble. So offensively, like, to score no points in the second half when this is a game we should have won. Like, our defense gonna be star. Our defense is good, but offensively it needs to be better. Doug, like, I Doug, I'm sorry to say that, but he gotta go. Like, I don't know, man. Like, we need a young, creative. When are we gonna get our Mike McDaniel? No, so why can't we get one of these young, creative, innovative offensive minds? When you got an offense of Trevor Lawrence, Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, BTJ, Travis Etienne, and even Tank Bigsby. Who would have thought we would have said to replace Etienne with Tank? Tank had the same amount of rushes as Etienne. Tank went for 12 for 73. Etienne had 12 for 44. But when are we going to get our offensive-minded, innovative coach? And Trevor, like, I don't want to say it's all on Trevor, but it's like, damn, like, can you at some point elevate? Like, can you elevate us, bro? You just got, at one point, you were the highest paid quarterback. Like, can you elevate the team? Like, everything, it's like with him, everything has to go right, and that's not the quarterback we have. That shouldn't be the type of quarterback we have. Damn, we've seen Mahomes do the shit with a horrible offensive line and led the league in drops at one point. We've seen him do it. The Bengals made it to a damn Super Bowl after people talking about their offensive line. Look at Tua. Tua somehow found a way to put his team on his back and win that game. Even coming into the game, people were talking about their offensive line. So it's like at some point, When are you going to elevate when things around you aren't going right? At a certain point, you got to check. You got to make the play, bro. I saw you killing, but what were you killing to? Coaching, you see the team struggling, put them in position, put them in a rhythm, give them some short throws, give them some screens. It's like we allergic to screen. We don't never throw no screen. Throw some short to BTJ and let them run, get some rack. You know what I'm saying? Like that was all around is just horrible. Like I just don't get it. And then on the drive where we need to score, you tackle, sack. That's what we got out of our quarterback in our offense. Tackle, sack. Trevor, 162 yards. Blah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Damn, like, Tua had almost 400 yards. I'm like, it ain't all on Trevor, but it's like at some point, bro, can you elevate your level of play? But enough with the offense. I digress. Let me chill. Speaking of chill, the weather is getting cooler. It's getting colder. So check out and listen to this message from our sponsor, Katie's Creations. She gonna tell y'all about her crochet yarn hats that's gonna keep your head chill as we get into this chill weather. What's up, you guys? Checking in with a message from the sponsor here, Katie's Creations. We're in football season. It's starting to get a little chilly. If you're a Jag fan, if you're a Gator fan, or any fan of any college or NFL team, get at Caitlin Green, who creates handmade, hand crocheted hats. I asked her to do these for me because these are my two teams. This is a lock sock. This is just your regular ruffle beanie. You don't have to get ruffles. She does have some without ruffles, just flat brim beanie. Get at her. Instagram, Taranja.Leela_. For those of you that don't anime, I'll put it on the screen for you. Taranja.Leela_ on Instagram and Facebook, Caitlin Green. Again, I'll put it down on there for y'all. Katie's Creations, get at her, DM her, get your hat when you're in football season. It is going to start getting cold, especially in certain places. So if you got a specific team you want her to make for you, get at it. Welcome back in. Thank you for our sponsors. That message from our sponsors over at Katie's Creations. And lastly, we're going to get into the last segment of my podcast. We're going to call it Around the NFL, Around College Football. So we're just going to go into things that's happening around the NFL, games that's happening around the NFL and the college football. I'm saying we in fall. It's football time, football season. We all excited about it. So let's get started. Dak finally got his bag. At this point, if you disagree with them paying Dak, you might just not know football, because it's like what I get the playoff, but who are they going to replace him with? The Cowboys aren't going to ever be in position to draft with a top pick. What they gonna trade for a top pick, that the type of pick you would need to get a great quarterback? I get it. Y'all may say, "Oh, Dak was drafted in this round," so no, don't bank on that. You gotta keep Dak, man. I mean, they just gotta get a new coach or something. Y'all just gotta find a way to get over these lulls. We know who the problem is. Y'all need to find a way to get rid of these lulls in the postseason. That's it. But there's no issue with them paying Dak. Like I said, these quarterbacks that have gotten paid, i.e. Trevor Lawrence, he is not better than Dak Prescott. So for those of you with issues on Dak getting paid, I'm sorry, but ain't nothing wrong with him getting paid. The Eagles offense surprised me. I felt like, especially in the first game of the season, and losing Jason Kelce, and losing Kelce, it was going to be something they have to adjust to, something they have to get used to. But they surprised me. Is it more about the Eagles offense, or is it more about the Packers defense being lackluster and the offense not entirely helping them out? Next, the Bengals lost to the Patriots. You lose when you're a team like the Bengals and the quarterback in Joe Burrow. When you lose to a head coach in his first season in a Jacoby Brissett, I'm not saying Jacoby a bum or a scrub, but damn, how many times has he bounced around? I mean, when you bounce around, I mean, that says something. Nobody, a team like that, a quarter should not beat you. When you're a team in the Bengals, I have you in the Super Bowl. You should not lose to a team like the Patriots. Bryce Young is cooked. I'm sorry. He needs a change of scenery. We all give him at least that chance. We all give him that one trade, that one chance to lead a team. And if it don't work out there, this just might not be for you. But yeah, Bryce, give him his chance. Give him his one change of scenery. But yeah, I don't. At one point, I think that game was 30-3. Next quarterback that is done, Daniel Jones. His time in New York is done. For a quarterback that got paid, that got a bag, that got a boatload of money, you got outplayed by Sam Darnold, bro. It's over with. And your stadium is over with. And you got a new addition of Malik Neighbors. You got all the additions. Like, they paid you over Saquon. Saquon's gone, balled out at with the Eagles. So it's over with for you. Daniel Jones' time is done in New York. Fans booing, it's over with. Kirk Cousins. You better tighten up, bruh. I'm gonna tell you, I live in Atlanta. I'm from Georgia. These folk don't play by their Falcons, bro. I'm telling you, especially down here, these folk do not play by their Falcons. So you better tighten up. I'm telling you, it's a lot of Falcon fans mad with this team now. And for you to come in with the stature you have, 155 yards, 2 interceptions. I mean, I get it. You're not gonna play the Steelers defense all the time. I'll say I went through y'all schedule. And I think there's at least 3 or 4 for sure losses that y'all might have. 3 or 4, that's it. Other than that, the Falcons should still win this division. I mean, we just saw what the Saints did to the Panthers. Don't put too much stock in that. It's the Panthers. We'll see how the Buccaneers go throughout the season. But, yeah, Kurt, you got to win this division. I'll say for a certain point, the Falcons ain't where they need to be. Put Michael Penix in. Okay, put Michael Penix in. Lastly, Caleb Williams' debut. We all talk about first overall pick to win debut since 2002, but let's add context. Pause. The man threw for 14 to 29 for 93 yards, no touchdown. So please do not, the way y'all hyping this up, it was not because of Caleb Williams. That defense, Caleb better buy that defense a house, not forget a house, forget a wife. He better buy every single player on that defense a yacht, something. Probably what's the most expensive thing you could think of, because the way they hyping this first pick to win debut, if you ain't watched that game or really pay attention, you'll think he diced it up or can't pull it out the win. No, that Bears defense was why that was. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. So happy, so glad football is here. And wait 1 second, I almost forgot. My college, I want to talk about really quickly, Colorado football. I told y'all acted like NDSU was just some world beaters. I told y'all they didn't play nobody, and they barely beat that team. Then they go against a formidable team, and Dylan Rayola's a freshman. He looked better than Shador. I don't want to hear this offensive line stuff. I don't want to hear that stuff, because Shador be running into sacks sometimes. Like he does. Throw the ball away. Then in the press conference, you can't do that. You're the leader of this team, bro. You're the quarterback. You can't throw your offensive lineman on the bus, because at the same time, they can say, well, throw the ball away, bro. Run the play, bro. Like, do something, bro. Instead of trying to dance around and go for a big play, take what they give you. They can do that to you, too. And Dion, as the head coach, you have to, when he does that, you have to call him out. You have to call your son out. You have to call your quarterback out and say, no, some of that is on you as well. But he's not going to do that. And that's the problem. That's why people have issues with Colorado in the prime time. I love them, and like I said, I love for them to coach the Gators. But when it comes to your sons, bro, you gotta put some accountability on Shador. You do, especially when he does press conferences calling out his teammates. How many times Raiola get touched? Come on, bro, like come on. That ain't it. That ain't right. But anyway, officially, that's it. That's all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let's continue to enjoy and watch college football this fall. Remember, don't schedule no wedding, no birthday, or no nothing during that time period. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure everything done before you try to have fun. Peace.